So, what is up, you guys? Welcome to Posted, the new segment we are introducing on Mache Media, where we go ahead and try to cover the top news in sports in just under 5 minutes. But before we start, you guys might have noticed that we've been gone for some time, and this is due to the fact that after the first 2 strong months, we actually saw a steady decline in sports news. So we took the time to go ahead and change sceneries, and as you guys can see, we're in a new spot now. But now it's week 1 of the NFL, and there's actually some strong news coming out, and a lot's been developing within the league. So let's go ahead and throw 5 minutes on the clock and start. So what kind of led to this inevitable upload is the latest news regarding Antonio Brown and his new team, the Oakland Raiders. For those of you guys who don't know, Antonio Brown was the 6th pick in the 2010 NFL draft. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers on a pick that they actually received from Arizona. AB put in a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, never missed a practice, and he actually went to be the top wide receiver in the league. And after his money started rolling through, I think it might have gotten a little bit to his head. He forgot how to act and countless times has had scandals with the Steelers organization and the league. This past season, he actually had a little dispute with the Steelers all-star QB, Ben Roethlisberger, aka Big Ben. The two had a dispute after Big Ben called out Antonio Brown for not filling the lane correctly and says that Juju Smith-Schuster would have been a way smarter path, which kind of ended Pittsburgh for AB. Although he didn't admit it at the time, he wanted out. The two actually had a lingering controversy back and forth on the media over 4 months until AB got what he wanted in March of this past year, as he got traded to the Oakland Raiders. Now, this was a golden ticket for their head coach, Jon Gruden, who had always celebrated AB for his work ethic and dedication. Now, Antonio Brown joined the organization, and he had frostbitten. The dude had frostbite on his feet, and this was due to the improper footwear during his cryotherapy chamber, and this didn't allow him to take part with the team for some time, although they were in the off season. After that, he finally came back and began a scandal with the league regarding the new regimes in efforts to change the helmet for players' safety, which was actually placed 3 years ago to initiate this upcoming season, and that was set that way the players were allowed time to try their new helmets with in-game comfort. But Antonio Brown had no intentions of even changing his helmet, even though he had endorsements offered to him that would allow him to custom fit his helmet to his liking. And this is paraphrased, he said they were just using him to sell more helmets and declined the endorsements. This lasted for a while, which AB never stepped foot in training camp during its entirety. But once he got to the point where he knew he wasn't going to win, he actually settled for what he could get and chose the Zenith stockpile. Now, mind you, this player to a new team, and he already had 2 issues too many. But it didn't stop there. Once AB was back, they called him out for streaming during a meeting, and this was not allowed by the new organization, and later got a letter stating that he would be fined for not taking part in training camp. And he put his team on blast on Instagram and posted where he stated, "When your own team wants to hate, but there's no stopping me now. Devil is a lie. Everyone's got to pay this year, so we clear." This led to a very heated argument with their GM, Mike Mache, where he called him a cracker and threatened to punch him in the face. Yikes. He later came back in a vulnerable state and apologized to Mayock, although suspensions were rumored, and on Friday it was stated that AB would be playing on Monday for the opening game. And later on Friday, he actually posted a YouTube video recording his conversation with their head coach, Jon Gruden, which is actually against the law of California. And Gruden actually, Coach Gruden said that he had brushed it off and called it awesome, and led sources to believe that it was amused by the stunt. Antonio had it good, right? Wrong. Yesterday morning, news started surfacing that the Raiders voided Antonio Brown's $30 million contract, guaranteed contract, due to the $2,015 that he owed the team for conduct detrimental. This didn't rub off right with AB, and he began demanding a release. It actually didn't take too long. After the demand, the Raiders went to go ahead and release the league's top star, who ended his career with the Raiders after just 0 games. Now, Saturday it was reported that AB has been talking to the Patriots, and there isn't anything official yet, but we all know Coach Belichick doesn't play any games, and if AB doesn't like playing by the rules, not sure how that's gonna work. But just imagine Brady teamed up with Antonio Brown. Whew. Really hope that was 5 minutes, but that's all for today, folks. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back on schedule starting this week, uploading Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern per usual. That I want to go ahead and wish you guys a good rest of the week. This is Marcel Mayo signing out. Peace.